Hey guys, how you all doing today? Hopefully you're all doing good. In case some of you are having a rough time, I hope you'll be able to break through and things will get better for you. Um, yeah, my hair is probably messed up. Like I know right there somewhere, and then over it. Yeah, right over there. It's because I was asleep, and by the time my alarm from my phone rang, I was like, oh shoot, I gotta watch the episodes. Once Upon a Time and The Walking Dead. So I'm just gonna talk about um the Walking Dead episode today. It was pretty interesting. We got to see Rick talk with the governor. Obviously, I knew. Just gonna talk about. I'm gonna just yeah. I'm just gonna go ahead and jump a little bit. I knew that the part where the governor was telling Rick, like, okay, let's make a deal. Let's compromise. If you really want me to leave you and your people alone, you have something that I want, and it's Michonne. And if you give me, well, I'm not saying that's exactly what he said, but basically, like, yeah, he just wants Michonne, and then if Rick gives the governor Michonne, then he'll just leave him alone. He'll let him and his people be free. And when he was telling them, like, well, think about it, it's your choice. You got you get to save your son, your daughter will not be harmed. Everybody, there won't be no war. So, I was just thinking right there, like Rick, you can't be stupid, like you can't believe that this governor is going through all this mess just for, Michonne. That's it. Like, so if say Rick gives Michonne to the governor, that's it. Like that's nothing else. Yeah, obviously he's gonna kill her because of what he did. I mean, what she did to him. Um, but that's just it's of course that's not enough. That's not exactly what he wants. Even Rick says like, I'm sure you have bigger plans." And it's like, yeah, I'm glad he did see that because I was a little worried that, like, I mean, come on, Rick. I mean, I'm sure. Yeah, I was pretty confident in Rick. Like, I think he'll make a right choice. But then again, I was like thinking, he's been going crazy lately. I don't know if he's gonna like, you know, do make a mistake, because these are desperate times, and I don't know. It's just crazy. You gotta be in that world in order to know what you're gonna do. So, yeah. So that's where I was like, fuck that. Like, the governor's not gonna like leave you guys alone just if you just give him Michonne. Obviously, he's just gonna kill you all. Like, yeah, he gets Michonne, he's gonna kill her, but he's also gonna go after you guys. And right there, when they all went after they had that meeting, the discussion, and he said, "You got 2 days to think it over." Um, when the governor got back to town, he was telling his group like, "All right, well, once we see Michonne, we kill her, and then we kill the others." I was like, "You see, I knew it. I knew it. He was not gonna let them, off that easily. Like he's up to something. Like, and there's something that he wants from that prison. I mean, like at first he wanted that prison in the beginning, and now he says he doesn't. There must be something in that prison. I don't know. That's what I think. Maybe the governor wants something in that prison, or it's something. But obviously, from what we saw, we've all seen it. He's a pretty messed up type of guy. And Merle, yeah, Merle did tell Rick about the heads and what he does and everything. So that helped Rick, boost up, get to know about the governor a little bit. And poor Andrea, I mean, everybody, everybody hates her. I mean, it's just she's just so blind at these things. Like, yeah, she's falling for the wrong guys, and but at least like she's trying to do good. I did like in the other episode when she went to go visit Rick and his friends at the prison, her old teammates. It's kind of like a touchy moment, the reunion. But where was I gonna go with this? Shoot, sorry. Well, yeah, well, she went there for a reason, like, yeah, because she wanted them to like, hey, think about it. Like, I want you guys to compromise, because I don't want you all to go to war. This is stupid. You've already gone through a lot, and it's just not worth it. I mean, come on, maybe we could like, team up and fight against the freaking zombies that we should be fighting against. So, I admire her for doing that. It's something I would have done too, trying to get, my friends and then the new people I met to like, hey, let's make an agreement. Let's work together, it's not cause of war. I mean, it's just too much. And then, yeah, Rick would have lost. Yeah, because the governor has a lot of people in his town. He's got a lot of men and fire armor. And so, Rick doesn't have he kind of doesn't have an advantage, The governor does. So he if they go to war, he most probably will lose somebody from his group. Rick would, and maybe the governor, but most probably Rick because, I don't know. We'll just have to see now because now I'm glad Rick made a wise choice. It's like, you know what? He saw through him. He saw through the governor. Like, he wants us gone. He wants us dead. So prepare for war. And again, Andrea in this episode, yeah, I guess she didn't know that the governor was gonna have a meeting with Rick, 'cause she was all like, he's here. They're both here. Um, she tried to like, yeah, she was there listening to like what Rick was saying about the heads, what Merle told Rick, and what she's been hearing. I mean, Michonne was here. She was hearing it from Michonne how the governor is, and then I don't remember from who, but I think yeah, most probably from Michonne, and now from Rick, and oh, it was from the group too. So it's like it's kind of I bet it is probably difficult for her to believe it because well, she obviously likes the guy. She likes the governor, so I guess it's just difficult for her to accept it. But now she is because now she's catching on to the governor. Like because yeah, she's catching on that he's not being totally honest with her. Every time she finds out something about him, he like comes up with something else to cover that. Making himself like the victim or something. Or no, he comes up with a very good lie, like, oh well, yeah, but my daughter, that was blah blah blah, and then Andrea believes it, like, oh okay, oh I get you, But now she's like, you know what, you're lying too much, man. It's like once a liar, always a liar, and then once it starts building up, you like, I don't know what to believe from that person anymore. So I'm glad she's catching on that, and most probably she's probably thinking to herself that if anything comes down to it, I'm probably gonna have to kill the governor myself. That's what it looks like. That's why I feel like if I was her, shoot, I think I gotta prepare. I gotta prepare for anything. So and um, and while Rick was talking to, I like that Rick is more opening up more to Herschel about these decisions and choices that he's trying to make. Because it's like, yeah, sometimes you just can't agree on some things on your own. I mean, sometimes you want to hear it from someone else, someone like Herschel, yeah, because he's old and he's wise. Like everything he says is pretty wise. So it's good to open up to someone who's, is pretty, well experienced. Not stuff like that, but at least someone to talk to, which would be Herschel, because he's mostly the guy who comforts everyone in the team. But when Rick told him that, that the governor wants Michonne, yeah, it's like Herschel said, like he's just gonna kill her. And when he told him that, Michonne has owned her spot here, with the team, meaning, yeah, like she's one of us now, like she's part of the family. And yeah, it would be like, to think like if Rick were to do something like that to give Michonne up to the governor, I mean, that would completely change Rick, to a different person, like what type of person he is. And Michonne would be like, it would suck for her. She would feel, I don't know, betrayed or something. And then there was that question that Rick asked him. He asked Herschel like, so is Michonne worth your daughter's life? Is she if we do go to war, is she worth it? You know, that's a good question, like to ask. But it's something that's not necessary, but I guess you do have to ask it in this situation. If I was Herschel and Rick asked me that question, like if I'm willing to risk my daughter's life going to war just for Michonne, because if all the governor really wants is just Michonne and you know he'll leave us alone, that would save my daughter. But then again, it's like no, this woman came to us, you know, she needed help like all of us do in this apocalypse, the zombie apocalypse. And yeah, I may not know her that well, but everything that she's done is good. She's trying to cooperate with the team. Well, she's not trying, but she's doing everything with the team. Um, I was showing my gratitude, but it's like how would I answer it? it's like I wouldn't want my daughter to go to war, but I wouldn't want Michonne to be in the hands of the governor because I know what would happen to her. So it's like a type of it's a question that I don't think it needs to be answered because you want to make the right choice. Either way, you lose something. Even though you know your daughter a lot, you don't know Michonne that well. Still, she's a human being, and so far she's done nothing but good for the team. So it won't be worth it. You have to live with the choices you make, and sometimes the decisions that you make will stick with you, and they'll come around your head thinking like, why did I make that choice? So the only things we could do is just make right choices, even if it's like the worst or bad situations. We gotta do what we could is right, because then what's the point of like we're in the future and then we end up talking about it, you know? You don't want to talk about it. You want to know that you did the right thing. You don't want to be like, could have, would have, should have, you know? So I'm glad that Herschel said that. And I'm glad Rick is able to talk about what he's thinking, about his thoughts with Herschel. Yeah. So today's episode of The Walking Dead was pretty cool. Um, I look forward to the next one on Sunday, and yeah, we'll just see what happens because there's gonna be a war, and Rick might. I feel like Rick's probably gonna lose some people, some of his teammates. God forbid his son or the popular characters, Michonne, especially Michonne. I feel like the governor's gonna get his revenge and possibly kill her, but I don't want her. I don't want him to because Michonne's really grown. I'm sure she's really grown to all of us. I mean, we've all grown to like her. We Last episode we got to see a little bit more about her. She's starting to open up a little bit with the group because she's starting to see like this is a pretty good group. Like it's a family, working together. And I feel like maybe she needs that. She's probably been out there on her own a lot. So yeah, so we'll probably see what happens next Sunday. Let's see if the war starts that then. If not, there's only 3 episodes left, they said, for season 3, and then that's it. After that, it's season 4 till like the fall or Halloween, I think. So yeah. Well, I hope you guys are doing good. Hope you also enjoyed the episode like I did today. And well, I'll keep posting up videos about other stuff, and we'll see ya. Take care, guys.